I'm gonna plan my hike using this. Hi, this is Kat and welcome back to my channel. This week we're gonna do something different because not that long ago Travel in Pink asked me, how do you plan your hikes? So I thought, well, let's make a video about that. And I have about 3 ways where I usually use to go and plan my hikes. First one is in this box. And in this box I have a lot of local hiking maps. And you can see I have a whole bunch of them. And I must say I walked most of them because, yeah, with lockdown we're not supposed to go very far. So I had a lot of inspiration in this box. And the maps are really nice. If you open up, I'll show you. They're really well marked paths, and you can see here how long they are, how far you go, how long it's going to take you, and where you can park. So they're really nice and easy and fun to do. Second thing I use is for my longer distance routes, and I've been on the GR5 for a long time, and this is like the topo guide of the last part. So those topo guides are really neat guides for if you're hiking these trails, because you see in here you can find on one side you have a map, and on the other side you have a description of the route, and in the icons you can see if there is a place to stay, a hotel or supermarket or whatever you need. So they're really good. The only problem is they are in French. Only there's some in Belgium in the Dutch part, and those are in Dutch, but otherwise, so that's, yeah, that's not so easy if you don't speak French. But okay, so this is one. I have a whole bunch of them on my shelf upstairs, so I can go all over Europe and walk a lot, especially in France, because that's where the topo guides are mostly used. So that's for my second thing. So the third one I want to show you is in fact just on my computer, because I use this computer, a program which is called Routeyou.com, and they have a really great planning tool where you can map out your routes, and because you don't always have the hiking maps, you don't always have the guides, so you can just find it in here and plan it by making a GPX. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this step by step, okay? So first of all, let's start the computer. So this is my computer. I'm gonna start up a browser, and then we'll go look for Routeyou.com. Perfect. So this is the starting page. If you want to work in another language, you have quite a choice of languages. I'm going to leave it in English now, so then you will be able to follow. So why do I like using this program to plan my routes? Is because I can make it into a GPX, download it, and then put this on my phone, and then I can use it to walk. So now we want to do this by a good and proper example. So I'm gonna take you guys to the post office, and that's what we're gonna put in here. Then next week we'll walk it, but first let's put it in here. All right, I'm gonna go for plan a route, and I'm gonna create one. Create route. Okay, so get this. I'm gonna plan my route, and I'm gonna start by looking where I live. Up. You can different maps you can use. You have the Routeyou map, which is the one you can see now. You have the OpenStreetMap, which will give you also a bit of information, but not as good. You have the topo map of Belgium, which is interesting. You also have the OpenCycle map, which will give you all the cycling routes. And then this one I like to use the most is the OpenWalk map, because you get a lot of the smaller paths on there as well, and also the marked paths, which I like to use when I plan something, because usually those are the most interesting one. Okay, so I'm gonna start my hike here, and like I said, I want to go to the post office. I'm gonna zoom in just this tiny little bit to find the correct spot. And the post office must be around here. Okay. Now he put me up for hiking the nicest. You have different routing you can choose. You can hiking the nicest, you can hike the shortest. You can also use, if there is a node network, you can use a node network, or you have all the cycling options here. And down here there is the shortest OSM, which will be taking any route, anything that he can find. And you have them manually if you want to walk through an orchard or something, because that he's not going to recognize as a path, but it might still be fun to walk there. So I'm going back to hiking the nicest. Okay, let's say you want to hike a little bit more and you want to be staying on the blue line here because you think it might be more interesting. Then you can just pull it up there and make your walk a bit more interesting. Okay, I think this is looking pretty nice. Okay, I'll go for this one. Of course, I have to come back, and when I come back, I'm gonna take the shortest way. Hiking shortest. He then asked me if I want to do it for the rest of it, of just the next modification. So next modification, and then I'm gonna put it down here, return to starting point. Okay, so there I go, back to where I started. And down here you'll see how many kilometers that is. That's a bit more than 7. This route is okay for me, so now I want to save it. And that's what we do down here, save route. If you have a login, you can make one here, or you can save it on a public account, but then you won't be able to change it afterwards. I'm gonna call it post office walk. It's about 7K, and I'm gonna save it. So here she is, my nice little route. And if I want to download it, I can take this and I can download it as a GPX, and he's gonna put that in my download. So now I'm gonna put this route on my phone. That way I will be able to use it on the app I have on here, which is the OsmAnd, and then I'll show you next week how you have to use the app. Okay, but now let's first connect and see how it works. So first of all, we'll go to downloads. I find it here, my last. I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna put it on my phone, which is right here. I have it under Android. Data. My files. Tracks. So this is where I want to put my walk. Got it on my phone now, so next week we will be able to go to the post office and we will be using my app on my phone. So this was it for this week. Before I go, I want to thank Travel in Pink for asking me this question and giving me the opportunity of making this video. If you're at it, check them out. They have a really great travel channel, and so they're worth visiting. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!